Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today I want to take a shot at the Abzan Life Gain deck, but mostly focus on bats. I think we saw a little bit of this at the beginning of the season, and they sort of fell off, and I haven't really taken a shot at it, so I was curious how much fun it is, and is it still good? So starting at the top, we do have some Momo-friendly Flyer, because obviously it makes our bats cheaper, which is awesome. We have some Requiting Hex to deal with the early creatures. Virulent Emissary. It has Death Touch, which makes it a good blocker, but also gaining life when creatures enter. A couple of Get Lost just for some spot removal if necessary on top of everything else. We do have some Life Creed Duo to gain that extra life, and a couple of Bitter Triumphs, so we should be able to keep things off the battlefield. But some Deep Cavern Bats, because 1, it's a bat, 2, it gains life, and 3, it takes cards from our opponent. Then we have a couple of Darkstar Augur, which hopefully let us get some extra cards in our hand, and we're not so much worried about losing life because we have so many ways to gain life. Of course, there's Meseo, Vane's New Dean. Another reason I wanted to play this deck is because I don't think I played anything with Meseo this season, and I kind of like this card, so figured this should be fun to include. Then we have some Zorline Cosmos Caller to replay stuff out of the graveyard and get bonuses for all those bats attacking. And then we have Blech, Loafing Pests. If we're gaining life, we get to put counters on all of our pests, bats, insects, snakes, spiders. Well, since everything's mostly bats, that should work out pretty well for us. And a couple of Maelstrom Pulse, because, why not? Though, realistically, before we get into the games, I'm going to swap a couple of cards so we have things that actually get rid of graveyards. I think that's going to be a bigger issue. And then we have a couple of Professor Delian Fell. So yeah, overall, the deck kind of does what you think it's going to do, and it seems like it should do pretty well, but we'll see. But, like always, I got to remind you, if you're going to be buying any cards, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN while you're shopping over on their website because you'll save 5% on everything. But even bigger right now, if you're going to be at any of these events during the month of June, go check them out because you can just take cards to them and they will give you piles of money in exchange. And it's way easier than having to ship them through the mail. But yeah, I'm going to hop over, switch a couple of cards, and then we'll go get into those games. Okay, I guess we're keeping it. Yeah, today was a crazy day, y'all. I actually recorded me opening 5 collector's boosters, which was kind of crazy. But it should make for a cool video, so y'all should be seeing that soon. Also got to watch a mass versus mass match today. For anybody who's into pro wrestling, that was a crazy match. One of the best things I've watched in a long time. Push pulls. You're just trying to reanimate some things. And I don't have a removal spell. I'd rather you not have Steam Core Scholar to block right now. I guess, well, I don't know. We'll probably gain enough life that it won't matter anyway. Alright. You have a Swiftfoot Boots. Yeah, let's just go for the life gain. Make sure our creature's big enough that we don't lose to the Carnosaur. I mean, I guess you can still get rid of the Deep Cavern Bat here, but then you're just taking a ton next turn. Oh, well, Slagstorm also works. That's a thing. Alright. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. Man, that Slagstorm was a sick rip for them. Yep, we knew the push-pull was there, so we can't be, like, surprised by it. Let's attack. In the turn, we will get back... Huh. Kind of want to gain life, but what would they be playing? I guess we just get a Virulent Emissary, right? Because if they just put a creature in the way, we have a Get Lost. Though if I would have taken Momo, there's a chance I could have attacked for 5. Where now I can only attack for 4. So that's probably a mistake. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake. I should have taken the Momo. Because Momo at least puts lethal as an option. Like, now I don't even have that choice. Alright. Wow, Wandering Archaic. They're going to reanimate those? Sick. Yeah, that's not going to get us there. Though we get back a bat now, so we get to take a card out of their hand. Get a bunch more life. Pain for all. Oh, gosh. Wow. Opponent went deep in the bag. I mean, they could have still ripped something here. 3 steps ahead. Lets them dig. They could find another, like, Slag Storm or whatever. That would be legit. Nope. Hazoret ain't it. Bam. Hazoret ain't it. Yep. We just have everything. There you go. Woo. I ain't gonna lie, that Slag Storm almost wrecked us. I'd be curious to see what the opponent's list is, because this looks pretty fun. I don't know if I would play the Izzet necessarily, but man, they're doing some really cool stuff. Okay, we'll keep it. Opponent's username is Kidney Pebbles. Man, I don't know about Kidney Pebbles, but anything that looks like Kidney Stone sounds like it hurts. Alright. I guess I could put Multiversal Passage on Plains and turn both of these on. So that'd be kind of good. I wouldn't be too mad at that. This is black, and this is... You know what? I might need to put... No. We're just going to do this anyway. And then let's attack. And we'll put this on Plains, like we were just thinking of. Badger Mole Cub. We would probably like to destroy a Badger Mole Cub, I would imagine. Yeah. Alright. We'll attack first. They're not going to block. I don't really want to waste a Maelstrom Pulse, but it's the most mana efficient thing to do, so sure. And who knows? They could be stuck on lands. Alright, they weren't. There was an off chance. Wow. World Soul's Rage. That's concerning. Didn't know that was a thing. Well. I guess we just play Zorline. And go attacking. Huh. World Soul's Rage. So this is not at all anything we've seen. I mean, for all we know, they have another World Soul's Rage here to get rid of our Zorline. Esper Origins. Alright, that makes sense if you're trying to put stuff in the graveyard anyway. But the Plains showing up is an interesting wrinkle. And we only have this little guy in our yard? Okay. Well, they're getting all their pieces. Do they have any lands? You just have one land in the graveyard? Okay, that's fine, I think. How do we go about business here? Because we'd have to use our black mana. Damn. Alright, I'm just going to play this. And attack. And we will pay. Because why not? We just get the life back. I mean, we really haven't drawn well here, so we're kind of up against it. And I'm sitting on these removal cards. I probably could have used one to get rid of Aftermath Analyst. But I didn't know what else they were up to. Well, now we know. Man, I almost wish I would have held on to that Maelstrom Pulse now. Oh, this is a decision to have to make. This is... We play black, we gain 3 triggers. So Zorline becomes a 6. Yeah, we just can't, right? Whoa. Almost chose the wrong side there. Though getting rid of something wouldn't be the worst thing, I suppose. Yeah, sure, you got it. Go attacking. Nothing in the yard to get. Sure. Opponent goes to 9. Ark hits us for 1. Sounds good. I mean, at some point, they just also get like a Day of Judgment or something, and we just get wrecked. But if so, what are we going to do about it? All right. They put a Hardened Academic in there. Their deck's kind of cool. Okay. We let that resolve. They pass. I mean, they're able to gain a lot of life with their deck, so we're fighting kind of an uphill battle here. But just doing what we can do, you know? All right. We get to attack for, what is this, 7? Oh, technically 8, because we'll get a trigger when Zorline attacks. All right, that's something. I'm just waiting for them to draw whatever their blowout card is. Oh, man. They can also gain life from the Academic and block. Like, they still have a lot of options. All right, I still explore. You got it. That's actually less scary. Though they will gain probably another, like, 5 life this turn. All right. Then they get to replay Fable. Then they get to play the Esper Origins. And they'll gain 1. Then they'll gain 2. Yep. I mean, all we can do is just play the Augur next turn and just try to keep adding pressure. The funny thing is, they're gaining life, we're gaining life. And now I'm starting to see they don't really have a sweeper. That's not the game plan they're playing, so that's actually good for us. Because that was like the first bit of business I was concerned about, but that doesn't appear to be there now. So we'll be able to get Darkstar Augur triggers twice. So that'll make Zorline... Oh, and a Deep Cavern Bat. Oh, we only have 1 black source. Oh, I thought we had 2. That's concerning. And I don't have anything to get out of the yard. So that kind of sucks. And you have a Seam Rip and an Academic that we know about. I guess I'm supposed to... I don't know. We're supposed to Deep Cavern Bat, but they just get rid of it with the Seam Rip. Yeah, alright. That's fine. I wish we could pay both sides. We really can't, though. Alright. And then just attack. I mean, they've got a block. All right, they do go to 1, but I Still Explorer is going to help them gain a bunch of life and whatever. And we know they're not sweeping the board, or else they would have just blocked with the I Still Explorer. Though I guess technically there's a world where they would get the life off of the Explorer first and then sweep the board, but realistically they would have just blocked. All right, opponent's at 2 with the flying blocker now. Good news is Seam Rip doesn't get rid of any of our key pieces right now, right? It could get rid of Emissary, but that's about it. I'm curious what the other unknown cards are. So next turn we might just Deep Cavern Bat, likely taking the Seam Rip, but we just get to see what else is over there. All right. And then they're going to play the Esper Origins out of the yard. Opponent's deck is able to gain a lot of life, like keeping it real. Like they're doing some things. I don't know if it's enough things, but they're doing it. Yep. Academic gets a counter. Gain 2. Gain another one. Like, they just have a whole little engine going right now. Oh, a banishing light. No, that sucks so much. Actually, if I'm in their shoes, I don't even know what you take, actually. Because if you leave us with the Augur, there's a chance we find something to get the academic out of the way. If you leave us with black, everything keeps getting bigger, assuming we find a creature. I might have taken Augur or black, honestly. Well, they're also at 5. You don't want to risk losing extra life, I guess, to the Zora line when we attack. Yeah, that's a tough choice for the opponent. Not a great spot for them. And they can at least block with the academic and gain some extra life, too. Alright, what else you got? Seam Rip. Gonna get rid of Emissary? Alright, makes sense. My opponent's still very much in this. I'll say I would gladly block there. You have no idea. I couldn't block fast enough. Okay, well that also works. Oh, and that. Well, we don't even have anything in the graveyard, so let's just... They're all tapped out? Yeah, this should do it. No, it won't do it. Actually, that in fact does not do it. That gets rid of the flyer. But still doesn't kill them. Puts them at 1. Though I guess technically they have to block everything or die. So it's equivalent of doing a good thing. Alright. And our hand's pretty good if they do happen to find a sweeper here or something. Alright, there's more life with the Ark. I like what they're doing, man. Their deck's pretty crazy. I wonder how good it is if they don't get an Ark, but when they have one, it looks really cool. And then I get what you're trying to do also with like the World Souls Rage. But what I've learned is it only triggers each time, not for each card. So even if you got a bunch out, it doesn't necessarily do anything. Yeah, that's not going to do it, opponent. Really cool deck, though. Like, it had some pretty interesting things going on that I don't think we've seen before. Yep, that's going to do it. Well, we're keeping this, obviously. Oh, all right. Well, this strategic betrayal might have some work to do. Oh, and we're on the draw. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Sound the alarms, folks. We're just gonna have to deep cavern bats and like hold our breath. There's a wild growth archaic. All right. Well. Damn. Damn. Like, part of me wants to just strategic betrayal. But I don't even know if that's good enough. I think... Man, I've never wanted to have been on the play so bad. Well, I mean, we take the only we can take. At least we know the path is mostly clear. At least for the moment. Yeah, we're not blocking, obviously. Okay. Things are looking better. It's playing Emissary. I'm going to strategic betrayal them, knowing that, in reality, they're just going to sacrifice the Land of Werewolf. Since they have lands in hand. But that does make future beatings hurt less. Is that the land that... Oh, creatures become prepared. What the hell are you playing? It's going to have something get prepared. Alright, let's black. Juice the bat. Go attacking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Whew. And they just got 2 land. Works for me. I was a little concerned. I was like, what are they going to flash in here? What the hell? All right. And the next turn, we can get all kinds of life here. Leyline Weaver. Technically can block. Granted, we're going to have some giant monsters, so blocking will not be in their best interest. But it can block. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll lose 1, and we'll get it right back. And then we'll play Meseo. Lots of extra life triggers here. All right. We got some monsters. Get them in there. I mean, this is crazy. This is a lethal attack. Like, opponent has to do something. All right. They wanted to hold on to the Leyline Weaver for some reason. I mean, maybe they're just going to sweep the board. But if so, again, you just get rid of the Leyline Weaver, right? Yeah, Capstone doesn't matter, I wouldn't imagine. Yeah. They got the best thing they could get, but it's just Craterhoof for 2. Yep, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm really curious what they had going on, like why they needed the Leyline Weaver. Because, like, don't get me wrong, Wild Growth Archaic's cool when you can pay multiple colors, but this was kind of surprising. I don't know. I was expecting something else. This went a very different direction than I was thinking when I saw that. All right. I mean, this isn't bad. Right? It's a hand that does things. What if we do this for green, then we need black? It's kind of, yeah, Just, yeah, all right, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Like, our life is so, I won't say inconsequential, but kind of nominal in the grand scheme of things. Oh, an opponent did nothing. I was expecting to have to use Strategic Betrayal this turn. Well, that kind of sucks, because now we're going to be off schedule for wanting to play these knuckleheads. Very disappointing. And we're probably going to be leaning on Meseo late in the game. Alright, well, I'm going to assume the opponent's just playing some type of sweepers or whatever, but we still got to try. Let's see what you got. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. All you do is discard something 5 or more, which I'm pretty sure that deck has. It's just, what is it? Oh, they're only dealing 2. Well, isn't that interesting? All right. So nothing in their hand cost, or at least they didn't want to discard anything that costs more than that. Oh, this is what we're doing? Man, if I'd have known that, I'd have left mana up for Get Lost. All right. Let's just give them the GGs. We don't even need to sit through it. I'm going to keep this, but I'm acknowledging it's very bad because we don't have a green mana and we probably have to put this on either white or black on turn 2. Yeah. I guess we don't have to now. We could try to play a Deep Cavern Bat for something, but we'll see. Airbender Ascension. All right. You got it. I would have really liked another land there. Ugh. Alright, well, I guess this goes on black. Not really sure. I'm not happy about that, I'll tell you. Oh, opponent has a bajillion Angs. Who knew? Alright, I guess we'll just take High Noon. Like, it's not the preferred thing, but it's a thing, I guess. Let's see. So the first guy was flying, so... I guess if I'd have put this on white, that would have been a fun trick. Play Momo? Alright, found some other mana. Now we're cooking a little bit. Let's play... Zoraline. Alright. Now we start creating creatures that, if they get their mana, they have to start targeting other stuff. If not, we just play Darkstar Augur and start taking advantage of things. Oh, you were the wrong land, friend. You were the wrong land. What if we black? And then we try to attack. Not going to tackle my other guys because they would only get one counter, and then they could just flash in an Aang and block, and that's no good. Yep, you have an Aang. Sure. Love to see that. So let's start with you. I mean, they could flash in other stuff. We're like, whatever. We got bats. You got Aang. Like, bring whatever tricks you got. Would you like to stop a Zoraline, my friend? Sure. So they're going to bounce a Life Creed duo? No, they're going to bounce black. Sure. That works for me. Don't have anything in the yard, so no need to pay, obviously. Then we'll just recast this black, which triggers. And then we go attacking with more triggers. Yep. Pretty sure we have to mulligan this one since we can't really cast anything. I mean, technically Requiting Hex, but that's not enough to play. All right, this we will keep. Let's... Ooh. Am I putting back Augur? Yeah, because I want to have some defense just in case. Oh, there goes Zoraline. Actually, maybe not. They might take Life Creed Duo and then just assume they could deal with Zoraline later. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I mean, this hand's not good. Even less so now without that. So we're going to be up against it a little bit. Yeah, I'll just discard the Requiting Hex, I guess. And then more discard. Oh, it's an annex, actually. Okay. Well, the opponent knew the Zoraline was coming, so this isn't much of a surprise to anyone, and I assume it will just die shortly. And we don't even have anything in the graveyard to get back, so it's just Getting rid of Zoraline for the sake of it. And another betrayal. Duress. I'm just holding 2 lands, opponent. My hand's pretty terrible. What if we just top deck a black? That would be awesome, right? Or we could just get lands. That's the other option. Okay, well, I guess we're just kind of a sitting duck. Because if they don't get land, they're getting something that removes a creature. If they get land, they're just getting a demon, right? Oh, they're not getting a demon. Okay. Well, is Bleck still reasonable? I mean, we've played effectively 1 creature this game of any real relevance, so if we lose, I'm not going to be too and we've just ripped lands. Yeah. I think except for Emissary, every card we've drawn so far has been a land. Can't really win like that, unfortunately. All right. I mean, we're pretty much dead, right? Unless even if their hand's all land, I mean... Okay, there you go. That'll put us away. We don't even have to play any further. They're good. Like, we can move on. Yeah, this is just a case where sometimes games aren't going to go your way. Like, we drew 1 live spell the whole time. Like, and the opponent just got to set up while we did nothing. So, of course, we should lose that. I'm going to keep it. It's kind of a slow hand because of our land situation, but feels like it's probably still worth it. All right, let's take a look at what the opponent's doing. Oh, what the hell? Barb Servitor, Squall, and Beseech the Mirror? What? I mean, we have a... I guess we have to take the Servitor because we have a Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, I think we see where things are going. Meritus. Alright. Well, that's a thing. I kind of wanted to do something else here. And this can sack artifacts too, right? Yeah, so if they get a 4th land, they would be able to go search for something and put it into play. So that would suck. Dang, I don't think we have a choice, though. Alright. I mean, we didn't draw any land, so I think we just have to do what we gotta do, you know? If they get a land, then they'll go search for whatever. There you go. Well, alright. Well, they go get whatever it is they want to get. Whoa, Enduring Curiosity. Well, that's not good for us. Or Enduring Tenacity, sorry. Yep, we lose life, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's fine. Alright. This thing's like an Inkling or something, right? Yeah, it's not a bat. Okay, Beseech Samira, what are you going to go get? Oh, crap. They put it in hand. They didn't even, like, search to put it on the battlefield. Oh, that's so bad for us. That's like 9 ways of terrible for us. That couldn't be more bad. Oh, gosh. That's brutal. So, we know they're going to get rid of all of our stuff. Which means they get Servitor back, and we don't have a way to get rid of it unless we draw Strategic Betrayal. Ah, man. I guess we have to do this. Because I need this for whatever they're going to get that goes with the Servitor.
I need answers.
which is terrible, but like, we just got to do it.
You're dismissed.
And I guess if things get too crazy and they don't get something for Servitor, we could use Maelstrom Pulse to get rid of the Tenacity, but our land draw put us pretty far behind this game, and now we got to find a way to get out of it. All right, Momo, I see you. You're trying your best. Let's go ahead. Do we want to gain life? I kind of want to try to draw land here, actually. Well, that didn't work. Yep, we lose some life. Let's go ahead and get Zoraline down. All right, and let's find out how we die. Because obviously it's Servitor and something is the game plan, right? Because you're trying to put damage on the Servitor or some such, but... Interesting that they're playing that, though, when they're playing Withering Curse. I guess if you're gaining life, though, you can just destroy all creatures instead of doing other stuff. So that's fair, I suppose. All right. Do we draw? But if so, we just will be looking for another removal spell, right? What do we have in the yard? We can get Deep Cavern Bat again. I don't hate that. All right, let's do that first. Just so we have full information. I mean, we do have to be careful. Oh, no, we got to take this. That's probably what they went and got with the first one. That makes more sense now. Okay, so let's just gain life. And if this attacks by itself, it gets double strike, right? Deals combat damage to the player. Oh, return a permanent, actually. Oh, yeah, it is. When a creature you control attacks alone. And returns a permanent 3 or less, which conveniently, Emeritus is 3. Go figure. I think with the opponent's hand being what it is, we're just going to have to force them to draw their way into whatever it is they need. I don't want to have to worry about all the Squall shenanigans. And once we can start attacking and gaining more life than we lose when creatures enter, we're a little bit safer. But again, the opponent can still go search for something with Beseech the Mirror. Obviously, we'd love to have a Black. That would be the best thing. Pump all these things up and get some real damage in. Oh, they had a split up. No. All right. Well, now we're on the drawing, I guess. Quieting Hex isn't quite going to cut it. So we can take 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right. This is tough. We're just going to have to take the risk. And then just hope the opponent doesn't kill us next turn. I mean, to be fair, in a pinch, we could also kill something to gain 2 life. Or at least target one of our own things to put a counter on it, whatever. But I assume we'll see the Conqueror here, unless they have whatever they need to go with Servitor. Alright, there goes Beseech. They're going to go hunt for something. Interesting that they're hunting for something with Beseech now to put into play, where before they put something into their hand. So I'm curious what they're getting. Ruinous Waterbending. Yeah, alright. I mean, that does a thing. Meseo. Oh, what a rip. What a rip. All right, let's make sure we're good. Unstoppable Slasher, we don't care about. Servitor, if you just get whatever it is you need, so be it, friend. All right, and we have an Emissary and a Momo. Actually, we just play Meseo, because we can get back something anyway. All right, and let's... what are we at? We're at 11? Let's draw. All right.
Your assignment is due.
Let's get... Emissary. All right, opponents at 9. Oh, Momo's a bat. Gosh dang it. I should have taken that. All right. We're going to do it. There you go. There you go. All right. Then we black, and then everybody's huge. And then we attack these. All right. Jeez, that was a grind. I'm going to be honest. I played this one pretty terrible because I was being cautious around all the things they could do with Barb Servitor, but then they never got anything for it. I don't even know what this card does in here, actually. I'm very confused because they're playing all these things that would otherwise, you know, like the Withering Curse and the Ruinous Waterbending, that would just get rid of the Servitor anyway. So I don't really know why it was in there. Like, these others all kind of make sense. We've seen these in various forms of the black deck or whatever, right? Like, that doesn't surprise us. But yeah, the Servitor really threw me for a loop. Okay, we get to go first. We will keep it. And we're going to run out good old Momos. A blue-red land. Got it. So let's go with Life Creed Duo and Emissary. And then just hope opponent doesn't deal 2 damage to all of our stuff. Because Pyroclasm would make us cry. There's a sleight of hand. That's not a Pyroclasm. Hey, Blecht, if you're anywhere hiding in the deck, now would be a good time to show up. Thanks. You ain't bad. I mean, if somebody's got to answer the call, you know. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 because I'm going to leave up Requiting Hex. Just in case this is like a Prowess style deck. Don't know if it is or not. It could be with those cards. But if it is, all their stuff is little. And we'd like to destroy some of it. For now, though, we would like to just draw an untapped land. That would be a great place to start. Though the fact they're playing Temple of Epiphany has me rethinking what type of deck they're playing. But yeah, Black would be good. Zoraline would be good. Untapped land for Professor would be good. All reasonable options right now. All right, we got one of them. And I'm just going to draw a card.
Down. I'll handle this. Go ahead. Impress me.
I mean, at some point, we just got to get to our better cards. And there's the show off. So there was a possibility that they were actually playing a Prowess deck. Well, the odds of them not having another 1-mana spell is pretty low, so we got our 1 use out of Delian Fel that we're going to get. But the good news is, opponent spent several cards here. We didn't lose any of our creatures, and we still have a lot of life against this deck, so not a bad situation. Would have been good to be able to keep up some stuff, but, you know, situation is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and play this land tapped and be empty-handed, just in case we draw... Well, I guess it wouldn't really matter, because if we draw the bat, that lets us... Oh, hold on. Oh, Meseo. That's fun. All right. Let's go attacking. And we'll get another Life Greed duo, because why not? Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, that felt good, because it was like, I think we just gain enough life that they just won't have enough cards to beat us after a point. And as long as we just get a creature and we attack, we just replay a thing and gain another, like, 3-4 life. So it's going to be kind of perpetual. I think that's why they went ahead and conceded. But, yeah, didn't go the way we wanted, but still a good win. Yeah, this is kind of wild. I'm a little surprised we don't see more of this deck, actually. Because this performed very well. Now, admittedly, at least 3 of the decks we played against were kind of weird off-the-wall decks. So take that for what it is. But, you know, even against the metagame decks, it held up pretty well. The one thing I will say, I think, is if you run into these Jeskai 4-color control decks, you're really going to be leaning on Deep Cavern Bat and Professor Delianfell quite a bit, I would imagine. So that's something to keep in mind. If we were worried about those decks, then maybe there's a way to, like, swap out a couple of removal to play, like, the Star Bat or whatever. The one where you gain life, your opponent loses life. So to give you another way to kind of get a few incremental points later in the game. So that's one way you could go, where maybe you wanted to cut like one Requiting Hex and one of the Get Lost or something to play a couple of copies of that card. I think could be pretty good. The other thing too is if you don't want to play Strategic Betrayal and you want to just have another creature, you could go with Scavenging Ooze. Admittedly, you need green mana to get the stuff out of the graveyard, but it's a way that gains life that also triggers stuff in the deck, and it lets you get stuff out at instant speed. So that's something else to consider. I think that's a pretty good card and probably worth playing. So if you like Scavenging Ooze, you can include that in the list as well. But overall, yeah, this was fun. And I felt like we were always drawing to a fun card, right? You're drawing to get usually a Delianfell, Meseo, Zorline, or Black, right? Those, whatever that is, 10 cards, which is cool because that's a quarter of your deck. You're just like, okay, if I can just draw one of these, you know, we still have a chance. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think it can hold up against all the creature decks. You just have to play really carefully against the control decks. But even Meseo can come in pretty handy. You know, if you already have, say, like a Delianfell, you gain 3, play Meseo, get Zorline or Black out of your graveyard, and you're kind of cooking again. So yeah, I don't know. It's a fun one. I think it, like all decks, it has its weaknesses. But this is one I could see myself playing a little bit more. I'm kind of surprised. I waited till this late in the season to play it. And I'm kind of wondering why everybody else fell off on this deck, especially if you're worried about all of the Izzet decks and all that, where you can just gain a bunch of life and not care. But I don't know. I'm going to leave this link up over Moxfield, like always. Y'all can go download it, have some fun with it. But yeah, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.